Hi everyone, my name is Tony Huang. I'm the founder of TechExecs Network here in Dallas, Texas today on March 13, 2013. Our events today is underwritten by Judge Group and also CSS Corp. We're having a great forum this morning, and the forum topic is on how to create a better brand for yourself internally and also externally. So we have a couple speakers from IBM, and Cathy Hotka, and also Mark Stone, who's the former CIO for Safety-Kleen, that will be presenting. So if you're not able to make it, please join us online next time through our broadcast at www.techexecs.net. So right now, let's go grab a couple people for a quick sound.
Do you recognize how you're protecting your network? Do you realize how you're building your network? Use these tools of communication. Use cards, use everything else. What are the tools that we can use? Emails. You can create email groups. You can use LinkedIn.
With me is Mark Stone. He's the former CIO for Safety-Kleen. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing very well today, Tony. Thank you.
So you're going to be one of our presenters this morning. What are you going to be sharing with everyone?
This morning I'm going to share the value of networking. The value of networking is that which you do on a living, breathing, dynamic network, that which you will be able to create and maintain while you're employed, so that you have an opportunity to assist others and to assist yourself in the future.
So this networking aspect of things goes both sides, both ways. It goes internally within the company and also externally out there in the market, right? So to talk a little bit about how do you do that internally?
Internally, it's not fundamentally any different what you do externally. You still have to invest in relationships. And investing in relationships means that you are going to spend time understanding their challenges, their problems, and assisting them by sharing your knowledge, your network, and your compassion. And it's no different than working with those on the outside.
What have you done differently?
In which sense?
Internally or externally?
Actually, the difference is I invest more internally than externally, largely because that's where I'm spending most of my time. The challenge is to make sure that you don't ignore the external networking.
So for those people not able to make it today, are there a couple key takeaway points?
The thing is to envision yourself as being in relationships and networking, to envision yourself being like a doctor, talking to someone who is a patient. You ask their challenges, what keeps them awake at night, and then you share your network, your knowledge, and your compassion to be able to assist them in resolving those issues.
We're looking forward to it. Sounds like a great presentation coming up. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Tony.
With me is Blake Holman. He's the chapter president in Dallas. How are you, Blake?
I'm doing great today, Tony. How are you?
Very good. Great turnout today.
This is awesome. I really can't say enough good things about the turnout we have today, our speakers, the program, and everything that's going on around today's topic and event. It's really, really exciting.
So today's a little bit different. Not a roundtable, it's a forum.
That's correct. It's a longer format, more speakers, and more in-depth content, a greater opportunity to interact and take away from today's event.
How have you gotten a lot of connection now to TechExecs yourself?
I have. It's interesting. TechExecs has been very good to me in the last year and a half that I've been involved. In fact, I'm pleased to say that networking connections through TechExecs are responsible for my wife finding a new job here in Dallas. So I'm real excited about that.
Thank you so much, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity.
With me is Cathy Hotka. She's one of our presenters this morning, also our workshop leader. Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. Today's event is on branding, personal branding for internally and also externally. For those people not able to make it today, what are some key points?
Know what it is you have to offer to the community. That's number one. If you can't boil down your value to the community in 45 seconds or less, you need to think about what that is. That's the main thing. Then when you know what it is you offer, make sure everybody knows about it.
So Cathy, you're deep into retail.
I'm retail girl. Through some happy accident, I know nearly all of the CIOs in retail, and Dallas is the capital of retail, so what could be better?
So tell me a little bit about Cathy Hotka and Associates.
So what I've done is taken a really huge Rolodex of retail people and then put together networking opportunities so they can see one another, dinners, parties, and the recently started Store Operations Council and the newly formed Retail Cybersecurity Council too.
So are you a retail expert yourself?
No, I'm a networker.
Okay. So let's talk a little about retail area, since a lot of our retail CIOs are watching this type of video. So the focus these days has been like a targeted merchandising, and then being able to target a merchandise so consumers will be able to have a better experience at the stores. Are you seeing the same trends throughout the United States?
This is the most amazing time in retail ever. Retail has been the same for 4,000 years. You make an object, you put it on a table, you hope that somebody comes by to buy it. Over. That's over. Once the internet came, that changed everything. All of these people know that they have to change their business model fairly substantially, and they are scrambling to do it. And in retail, many of these people have an IT budget that's 1% of gross. So there's a lot of struggling, a lot of scrambling.
So what about the investment into the online side of things? Are they considering that a new company, or this part of their IT budget?
So when this all started, a lot of them went out and found the craziest company they could find in San Francisco to start their website, and therefore it couldn't talk to any of their home office systems. Now with the advent of mobile commerce, those things have to match. They need to be able to talk to one another because mobile commerce is e-commerce in the store. So there are new groups being formed to help talk this through and figure out how to proceed.
So thank you so much for being one of our speakers this morning and the workshop leader. So what's your website?
It's www.cathyhotka.com.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, sir.
He's Neil Patel. He's a client technical manager with IBM. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you, Tony?
Very good. Thank you so much for being a presenter this morning about social business. So what are some of the trends that you have seen in the marketplace?
The areas of greatest productivity gains that businesses can realize. And there's really some very innovative ways that employees, businesses can leverage social business technologies to improve productivity, reduce their own costs, increase innovation. It gets into how we could also, at the end of the day, become a smarter planet, because it really creates solutions that help people. As a client technical manager, as part of the collaboration solutions team, I'm really looking to help the companies that I work with to do three things. One is optimize their workforce, to deepen client relationships, as well as drive organizational effectiveness. So if I were to go into each of those, such as, for example, optimizing the workforce, it's really about getting employees the tools they need to be able to make sure they are successful to where they drive end results. And we have the platforms and solutions and technologies to make that happen, such as, for example, instant messaging. Cannot live without it once you use it. So then we also have top talent management solutions to really drive organizational effectiveness and optimizing the workforce, such as ConneXa, to retain, recruit, and attract the right talent you want in the company. And that's just so difficult to do. And then the third piece is deepening client relationships, in that we want to help our companies and clients to understand the buying patterns, buying behaviors, to where they can provide a better overall end product or service to their customers.
Well, thank you so much for being a presenter this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a fabulous event at today's February 13, 2013 Dallas TechExecs event. If you were not able to make it, please join us next time, either online or in person. Our website is www.techexecs.net. See you next time.